Thanks, Gareth. Yeah, coming up, two great rivals of Rugby Sevens. Samoa and New Zealand enter the fray here on day 2 at the HSBC Canada Sevens. Samoa need a win. And they have had the number of the All Black Sevens of late on the circuit. Maliko and Matavao, their captains. New Zealand captained on the field for this one by Joe Webber, number 11. Sam Dixon not starting this match. Ben Breakspear, your referee. But that draw for the USA before, Spain unable to get the conversion away. Bit of controversy to win the previous game. It's a lifeline for the Eagles. I'll be joined by an Eagle. Madison Hughes on commentary. The onus here on Samoa to get the win, but still 3 teams in the mix.
I mean, absolutely. Samoa, they know what they need to do. New Zealand will be looking for some revenge after their only defeat coming in LA to this Samoa team. So these two teams, you always know they're going to bring a lot of physicality and have a big, big game here.
Peyton Spencer's out there starting this match for New Zealand. Samoa get us underway. Down to Dylan Collier. Celebrated his 50th international tournament in Los Angeles last week. Here's the on-field captain, Joe Webber. Lewis Ormond, another player that's been around this team for the best part of a decade. Missed quite a lot of Rugby Sevens. Went away from the sport, but good to see him back. Leroy Carter there at scrum half. Goes digging for the ball. It's slow ball, though, for New Zealand. New Zealand have won just 1 of 4 against Samoa in the 2023 season. Collier decides to take the initiative and just truck it upfield. Ormond gets it away to Narohi Magavi Black on the cut with Webber. Flings it back to Lewis Ormond. And back inside to Leroy Carter, who's been in scintillating form as Carter for New Zealand. Penalty to New Zealand. They'll just slow it down here. And they've got their 2 wins so far against the USA and Spain. They don't need to hurry up at all.
And New Zealand Sevens knowing exactly what they need to do. Samoa putting a lot of pressure on them at the breakdown, but New Zealand able to react, get enough numbers there, and just move the ball away. And it's a great kick down the field, so they'll gain a lot of territory from that penalty. And New Zealand Sevens, knowing they can manage this game a little bit, with that USA result, they will be going through, but knowing that they can afford to use their whole lineup, go through the motions, get the possessions building. But yeah, they're going to have to look at that breakdown because Samoa are putting them under a lot of pressure in those early minutes.
They are the top seeds here, New Zealand. Winners in LA. Winners in Sydney. Carter has it in midfield. Decides to kick for Webber. Sits up high on this artificial surface beautifully for Joe Webber. Led them out onto the field, and he has the first try.
New Zealand Sevens, a lovely bit of, I think, improvisation here from Leroy Carter. Puts the ball through with not a whole lot on, and Joe Webber's flying onto it. The bounce sits up, and maybe Samoa should have made a tackle there. Don't know if it would have been enough to stop him before getting over the line, but good first try here for New Zealand, striking at the beginning.
Magavi Black with the extra couple from right in front. Joe Webber celebrated his 50th international tournament. The New Zealand Sevens in all competitions at his home event in Hamilton in January. New Zealand got to the final there, but lost it to Argentina. That one hurt, but they did respond the following week in Sydney with gold, and also in Los Angeles a week ago. Matava put on the deck by Magavi Black.
Knock on and hold on.
Magavi Black saw the ball go forward, and he gets the decision he wants. Magavi Black flings it back to Dylan Collier here. There's the table as it stands. You can see that draw for the USA, enough at the moment to get them through. Samoa need a win. Their points difference is far superior to the USA, so they get the win, they go through. They get that on pool points anyway, but bizarre kind of ending to the previous match where Spain thought they'd done enough to knock out the USA, and Conversion didn't go over in the requisite 30 seconds. We've seen a lot of that this weekend, haven't we? It's obviously a directive from the referees, but it's becoming a bit of a story, Madison.
It is. I mean, I've been looking around. I think as a kicker, you're accustomed to the kicking clock being quite prominent, really easy to see, and it's a little bit disguised here in and among some of the advertising boards. So I think that's playing a factor, as we have seen it more this weekend, because I think it's a little bit harder to see than it sometimes is.
There's also a lot of players standing in and around the Spanish goal kicker who don't necessarily have a clear view of the post, and got done for the 30. And when they are hot on it, it's about speed this game. But
please, okay? Must be quicker.
Anyway, if this score remains the same, it will mean that Samoa will miss out on the top 8.
You put the arm.
Penalty at the line out, grabbing the arm in the air. Can't do that.
Contact in the air.
And Samoa committing several penalties so far, and that's really allowed New Zealand to manage this half so far, dominate possession, dominate territory. And Samoa trying to put a lot of pressure on the All Black Sevens in these rucks, in those set piece. But so far they haven't been able to do that and stay within the letter of the law.
The ball comes in. Crouch. Bind. Square.
So New Zealand with an attacking scrum on the 22. One try, one converted try to the good. Ignores Joe Webber as Carter takes the contact. Another penalty against Samoa, racking up. McGarvey Black goes quickly, and he's going to score next to the posts. His third of the weekend. Narohi McGarvey Black for New Zealand.
Yeah, and those penalties, it's 5 penalties committed by Samoa, and that's really allowed New Zealand to just go down the field, dominate possession, dominate territory, and there Samoa realizing that if they tackle Narohi McGarvey Black, it will probably be a yellow card and a penalty try, so allowing him to go by and striking very quickly. You can see there the 30, that's our clock for the kickers to see, and it's kind of hidden in a little bit.
You can understand how the players would miss that. You got... We like our sponsors, don't get me wrong, you know, we need to see them in vision, but those boards change so quickly. It's maybe a little bit difficult to pick that out if you're kicking at goal and the pressure of the moment.
So it is, but at this point, these players are in their 3rd game. The kickers should know where that is, what they need to look at, because it is something in every stadium, in every tournament, you have that clock. It's a little bit difficult to see, which I give you for the 1st game, but by the 3rd game, you should be in tune with that by now.
Inside ball from Matavao, 14-0 New Zealand lead. 40 seconds to go here. Heavy defence coming in. Carter's onto it for New Zealand. They're queuing up on the inside. Heavy throwdown from Nue. And they've turned it over here. Samoa score here. Close to half-time, and they'll get themselves back into this one. They need a win, do Samoa. Falaniko, what a carry that is. Peyton Spencer puts him on the floor. Now they'll swing it wide. They've had the number on New Zealand. 3 wins out of the 4 times they've met this series. But New Zealand are in a rich vein of form themselves at the moment. They've got the ball back here. Seconds almost out, first half. They might choose to just take this lead into the break as Webber flicks it out the pack nonchalantly to Dylan Collier, and the big veteran's got a bit of space in front of him. Players are looking tired here. This is day 2 at 3. Another penalty.
Initially legal, second bite of the ball.
Against Samoa.
Yeah, just trying to get their hands on the ball in the breakdown, but I think the ruck was formed before the hands were on the ball. That's why that's a penalty for New Zealand Sevens. And I think it'll be a question here.
Bite of the ball.
So it looks like they're choosing to go for touch. So again, just slowing it down. That's what they've done throughout this half, and I think that's a mark of the good teams in games like this, knowing what you have to do and knowing you can manage the clock. And in these 3-day tournaments, that can prove crucial, not just for this game, but as they get deeper into the tournament, how they've been able to save their legs through some of these pool games.
Narohi McGarvey Black, Ngāti Porou, East Coast, represented North Harbour provincial rugby as well.
Okay, just keep it light.
Over a minute into out of time, an improvised underarm line out to Leroy Carter. The chest pass to Webber. Oh, they've opened the playbook nicely there, New Zealand. That's number 3, and they'll go to half-time feeling pretty good.
Yeah, really professional display so far in this half from the All Black Sevens. So yeah, choosing to go there. So the rule is Carter's not allowed to leave the mark. I think before the throw goes in is when he left. Sometimes people say you can't leave till the ball goes at the 15, but Carter flying onto it, and Samoa just caught completely not ready for that sort of play, and the All Black Sevens do make them pay.
3 maximum scores for New Zealand. If this one goes over, yep, no problem from that kind of range. So New Zealand on course for their 3rd win of pool play. 21-0, they lead Samoa. So yeah, you can see the New Zealand huddle. Plenty of big names not out there at the moment. Mix of Moses, Leo and Roderick Solo. Sam Dixon not selected for this one. Here's Dylan Collier. Clark Laidlaw in the beanie, the head coach.
It's a very calm All Black Sevens huddle, knowing what they need to do, staying focused on the task, and for Samoa, they need to cut down on those penalties. They've just committed so many penalties in the half. It was 6 penalties, and every single time they did, it allowed New Zealand to slow down the game, maintain possession and go down the field. It's a tough balance because Samoa brings so much to the breakdown, so much physicality, and when that's working in their favor, it creates turnovers and gets them on the front foot, but did not pay there.
The final round of pool play in the men's competition. This is Pool A. New Zealand looking for their 3rd win and to top the group. Samoa need to find something and find it quick, or they won't be playing knockout rugby tonight here in Vancouver. Malani Matava over to Apelo Maliko. He's usually the man that fires up Samoa. So brilliant in that Cape Town Cup final that these two contested in a monsoon. And Paul Scanlon, who was a big part of that effort, is going to get their first try of this game. That's just what Samoa needed to start this second half.
Great start to the second half here for Samoa, and showing what they can do when they get their hands on the ball. Haven't had much of it so far, but here, just working through the phases. Looked like, yeah, Payne Spencer just gets turned in there, dives perhaps too far forward. That leaves Joe Weber facing a decision, not able to recover. Sorry, that might have been Lewis Orman. Lewis Orman there, and choosing to come in. Could he have dropped off? Don't know. But Samoa go in for the try and start the half off exactly how they need to. And now it's on New Zealand to kind of rebound from that initial mistake. I mean, something they're so good at. And Samoa need to pair that. They need to get the ball back in their hands and try and create some more momentum.
Time off.
Conversion doesn't make it. That could be crucial because a draw would be enough for Samoa here to get through. Paul Scanlon, 42 tries in 21 tournaments. That's a pretty good return. He is a real live wire, this kid.
Really is. I'm not sure a draw would be enough, because that would see the US and Samoa tied at 1-1 and 1, and then it might go to head-to-head.
Yes, and of course USA beat Samoa. Come back after the big 52-0 defeat to New Zealand. So you're absolutely right. 2 teams head-to-head in the group. Need to revert back to their match. And Lewis Ormond. Oh, that's an audacious flick out the back from Ormond. It might end up working out for New Zealand. It will. Weber's in again. It might have made the highlights reel if the first pass had gone to hand, but New Zealand will take it anyway.
An audacious flick from Lewis Ormond doesn't quite go to hand. And yeah, it's New Zealand able to get their hands on the ball there. Oh, that would have been amazing, but it gets a little bit scrappy. But the All Black Sevens do manage to calm it down, and Joe Weber going forward and in for the try to put the All Black Sevens back out in front and continue to extend this lead. Samoa not quite able to get what they need going in this game.
You should captain them more often, Joe Webber. He's got a hat trick here as the conversion goes over. Earns himself a rest.
And just been such a quality performer for the All Black Sevens over the years. Popped on the scene as a real youngster, went away for a bit, came back, and has been a real stalwart and growing into a real veteran presence for this All Black Sevens team.
Yeah, he and Regan Ware, who's unavailable at the moment, celebrated their 50th tournament at that Hamilton Sevens event in January. Falaniko for Samoa, 28-5 now, just under 4 minutes to go. Inside ball to Matavao. Elu Maliko picks it up under quite a bit of pressure as well. Here's Scanlon again. Sidestep. Look at that. He's the difference, really. Oh, did that go forward? Yes, it did.
It's gone forward off you. It's been gathered by a different player, so it's a knock on.
Juggling act from Samoa there, but yeah, it'll be New Zealand scrum.
Hard to keep track of who was passing it to who, but Samoa on the break, and there are just so many All Black Sevens defenders getting in those passing channels, making the offloads difficult. That's why those balls not quite sticking to hand for Samoa, and the All Black Sevens showing the pressure they can put on opposition. And Samoa not been able to overcome that so far in this game. New Zealand Sevens just controlling the game so well.
Square, okay. Bind!
Yeah, I'd like to offload the ball.
Set.
8
Square hockey, please.
for Samoa, just 1 for New Zealand. Perhaps that
Vantage
shows you
kicking the ball
different
from the scrum.
styles, as you say. Penalty
Kicking the ball
again
from
to
the
New
scrum.
Zealand. Pool A crosses over with Pool D. So if New Zealand do top this group, they would play the second-ranked team out of Pool D, but that pool's still to be decided. Ireland are 2 from 2 in that group. Australia and Canada, the hosts, still in the mix. But yeah, as it stands out of this group, it'll be New Zealand and the USA progressing to the Cup quarterfinals. Rocco Lassoa come off the bench. Here's Mugabe Black at first receiver. Roderick Solo as well. Brady Rush too. All the bench getting minutes now. Little hitch kick from Brady Rush.
Vantage on your hands first.
The winner in Los Angeles last week. Another decision goes against Samoa. These penalties have just been mounting up. And Brady Rush will score in the corner. It's just too much to handle for Samoa. Getting penalised out of this game. And New Zealand are clear now.
Yes, Samoa just haven't been able to get on the right side of the laws, the right side of the referee all game. Mugabe Black, he had the advantage. He was like, please just give me the penalty so I can tap and go. When he gets it, straightens up, and a simple draw and pass puts Brady Rush in the corner. And it's been a comprehensive win for the All Black Sevens, taking revenge for that one defeat they had last weekend and looking very, very strong for the outlook of the rest of this tournament.
Yeah, he almost got the winner in Hamilton as well. That was ruled out against Argentina with
Vantage contact.
Dad Eric watching on.
Always going backwards. Contact.
Another penalty. He hasn't missed much, has he? Ben Breakspear in this one. There's a nice offload. Could result in a try, but a good tackle to stop the flow. Paul Scanlon wants the ball on the near side. Here's the footwork. Gets away from Mugabe Black. And from Lewis Orman. Now he'll kick. He bounces off Brady Rush. He wants a penalty. He's going to get it. Right where the ball landed.
Entry. You have to square up first.
Samoa looking for their second try. Second's almost out here in this contest.
Time on.
And they're going to check this. Not sure he got there.
Try yes or no,
affect
please.
the result, but
just going to check for you now.
Make sure either way.
Yeah, I think he might have been held up, but kind of difficult to see. We'll have another look. But with 10 seconds left on the clock, we will have time for the scrum after this, assuming it is held up. Yeah, so it's this one there. It looks like it was held up by New Zealand.
If it's held up, it's just going to be a
no
scrum.
try, I don't think, for Samoa, and it will be a 5-minute scrum for Samoa.
Go ahead,
The
Keane.
ball
Yeah,
is
no
held
long
up.
dropouts in rugby sevens,
No
like
try.
in 15s.
No
No
try.
try is
Held
the
up.
call.
Scrum foul.
But how have the penalties hurt Samoa in this game? 8 they conceded to New Zealand's 4. It's been a real stop-start affair. And there's the
Keep your foot on the floor
outcome
until the ball
in
comes in.
terms
Okay?
of the teams out of this pool. USA, goodness me.
Time
Your
on.
old teammates will be feeling pretty lucky, I think, Madison, at the
Bind
moment.
square,
Oh,
please.
extremely lucky in
Set.
the US. Yeah, count their lucky chickens, but they're in the quarterfinal now, and that's what really counts. So you're in the dance. You got a ticket. Hey, see what you can do now.
And here goes the Rocket Man. Akila Rokalesoa, look at him go! Straight line speed. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's put a big fat exclamation mark on this one. Rokalesoa. That was fast.
Yeah, Rockwell absolutely moving, went the full length of the pitch, showing the All Black Sevens. I mean, the result was in hand. They're on their own goal line. They could choose to kick it out. They could have let Samoa score and that wouldn't have changed anything. But showing that pride, showing the energy and the urgency to fight through right to the very end.
Yeah, usually starts the game. Akila Rokalesoa came off the bench for this one. Peyton Spencer's got some fans in the crowd. New Zealand have won their 3rd game in pool play. They topped the group. They've beaten Samoa by 40 points to 5.